missing?
Mike,
And
and Kristen.
setting it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Kristen.
Is Courtney on?
Yeah,
She was the one busting my stones about missing the meeting last week.
All right, so, and then I have to record the wording. Okay, you're good to go.
Good to go?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna call the meeting to order. Make a motion to accept the minutes from last month. Anyone?
I'll second them.
I'll motion to approve the minutes.
And Tammy seconded before the first, so it was
Sorry.
old business. So obviously we received an email this week from from the town about the freeze to the budget. Actually, if we could get some, I don't know, I mean, your email is pretty descriptive, but I mean, if you want to let everybody know verbally what that means, if that
Okay.
that would be great.
It's the long story short is we're not sure how our money's gonna be for next year is what we're looking at. We're working on the budget for next year right now. The past couple of meetings I've been in with other mayors and first selectmen and people from the state is that we need to be prepared for when we do our budget next year. We need to be prepared that we're going to get a 20% cut in revenue from the state. Since the casinos aren't open, we can't be guaranteed we're going to get our PQAT funding, which is around $80,000. We don't know, the state's not collecting any revenue right now because they're not doing they're not getting gas tax that they expected. They're not getting income tax that they expected. These are all things that they use for different parts of our town aid that we get. So to help offset any unexpected cuts in what we're anticipating to get in revenue, we're trying to have money for that in the future, because it's going to be bad the budget year we're planning right now, and it's going to be anticipated to be worse the year after that. So this is we have to think of multi years, just even finishing this year off. So where we have to hold off on a lot of things that we've been wanting to do that aren't absolutely necessary. So that's why we put in the budget freeze. Plus, we've had a lot of unexpected costs this year for funding to pay for things for the COVID-19. We are hoping to get FEMA money for that, but FEMA only covers 75% of what you've spent. And we aren't guaranteed that FEMA is going to cover everything we've spent money on, because we've had to get laptops for people from the town hall so they can work at home. Currently, FEMA doesn't cover laptops because currently FEMA funding's for like disasters, like weather disasters. So it doesn't, the things that FEMA covers doesn't fit a pandemic. So things that you would buy for weather FEMA stuff does not seem to fit what you would buy for COVID-19 FEMA stuff. And until they figure it out, what they're going to cover, we don't know what we're going to get reimbursed for. So
Tracy, we didn't have a lot intended. Obviously, we typically around March or so, we start looking toward like the spring and summer season.
Mhm.
And there are like a couple of things, well, specifically one thing. I know Finn Beach was one. That's an expense that we usually cover.
Mhm.
That might, in my opinion, and if anybody has anything else to say, in my opinion, that's one of the outstanding things that we may have. Um, as far as like security or garbage or whatever, the porta potty, et cetera. I think, in my opinion, that's the only thing we really have
Okay.
to
The
cover.
security, all the security is paid for in a separate line item.
Okay.
It's not, the security's not in rec, it's in a separate security fund, like security line item. But the porta potty and I think the only thing for Finn Beach is the porta potty.
Okay, well, I mean, it's a small number. I mean,
Yeah.
for 4 months, it probably won't exceed $600 or $700, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Please, anybody else speak up if I'm wrong, but we didn't really have anything else planned. I know Mark was planning on doing some training for the
For playground.
playscape.
Yeah, that's all set.
That's already.
That's
paid
all
for.
set?
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
You just-
Yeah, Mike, I would agree with you, in that typically I wouldn't say the beach is a priority, but, I expect, just like being in the profession, that the beaches and parks in general are
Come here.
going to be in high demand this summer because
Nice to have
there's
you awake.
essentially nothing else for people to do. So
Mhm.
pretty much from a public safety standpoint, if we chose not to, properly staff the beach or
Mhm.
maintain the beach, it could be more of a public safety issue more than anything.
That's what we've been trying to figure out too. We don't know if we're gonna be able to open the beach or not, and if we
Yeah.
do open it, we don't know if there's gonna be spacing, just like distances, and
Yeah.
how many people are gonna fit on the beach if we have to do that. It's not a big beach.
Yeah.
And even if we do have to close, we were considering keeping the security anyway, because
Exactly.
there's still gonna be issues.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. People are gonna come whether we want them to or not. So
Right,
it would probably be in our best interest to make sure that it's well equipped and staffed.
yep.
So
Okay, well, so security is funded then?
The
Correct me if I'm-
security is separate. It's in a public safety line in the budget. So the security's paid for through the public safety line
And
item.
then that's not part of the freeze, am I correct?
It's not part of the freeze
Okay,
because we, that's like a public safety thing, so.
okay. I mean, as far as budget is concerned, like I said, we didn't have a whole lot planned. We planned on doing some landscaping on the new sidewalks.
Yeah.
Coming from the school to Constitution Field, we were communicating with the town garage and the maintenance department.
Mhm.
They had some ideas. And
I
they've been-
just sent you, Jeff has done a lot of research on everything. I just sent it to you like 20 minutes ago because I finally had a chance to go through it all. He sent a couple of options. I think the first one, there's 3 emails. The most recent email is the newer option. He broke everything up in phases, and we've already done some of the phases, and I think that that probably is one of our priorities that we should probably do is the seeding and everything of the field. His estimated cost is under $3,000. I gotta run through the numbers with Julie.
When does this freeze come into effect, Tracy?
It's already come into effect.
It's already come into effect, okay.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
effective immediately based on your email then? more or
Yeah.
less. Okay,
It's just so that we can break things down to see how necessary things are.
okay.
So, But
Well, I
this
mean-
is something that's,
Coming from this is the way I feel as far as the Recreation Commission is concerned. In order to benefit the town, I don't want to like overstep our boundaries and do something unnecessary. If it's just, for visual purpose, for optics,
right,
we can live another year I feel, giving back to the town that we need to in order to make this comfortable for everybody, you know?
Right.
I don't know, that's again, my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, just real quick, the only other item that I can think of that we were considering purchasing was signage for disc golf.
Mm.
But again, it's not really a necessity, so that can wait. So
And how about the garbage can, Tammy?
I looked into it. We had approved up to $600 at the last meeting to buy one more garbage can, and with shipping, it actually was, the price was reduced from the last time we bought them. It was like, I think $502 plus shipping the last time, and it was like $461. But the shipping costs a lot because it's so heavy. So it put it to $605 to ship it. And I was like, well, I figured I'd just bring it here, and I didn't know what to do with it because we officially said up to $600. So I don't know if you want to put it on the back burner till next year or what anybody's thoughts are.
Where were we putting it?
I think it was by the basketball court, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think the town crew recommended that.
I'll donate the $5. I
mean-
think we should
I
go
mean,
through it. I think we may see more traffic on the basketball court this summer. I think we should go through with it.
Okay.
And
all right.
people are constantly dumping the garbage cans, and if they're heavy and they
True.
can't do that, it's way better.
I think we should go
Okay.
through with it.
yeah,
All right,
Um,
that's fine.
A random thought, or not random, but the coins. Did we go through with that already? Did that already
Yeah,
happen?
we got them in, but I haven't
Okay.
seen them because we got them in and then
Everything
everything happened.
closed.
Okay.
And I haven't been to the town hall.
I just didn't know if we ever bought them. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen them. They're nice. They're big. They're a little bit
Awesome.
bigger than the other ones, but they're
Could
nice.
you take
I
a
would
picture
lo-
next time you see them, Tracy?
Yeah, I think Julie's got one. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Like
if
it.
you can send me a picture, I would love to post it with
Yeah.
the winners
Okay.
because I've been waiting for that so that I can
Okay.
put it on like Facebook.
Okay. Can do
Cool.
that.
Tracy, I did not mean to table your thoughts from the town crew on their ideas. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, I just saw it. It just popped up right now. All right.
I'm sending you them.
And I've talked to them, and they know it's probably not something we're going to be able to do anytime soon either. for,
Okay, okay.
Said it would be up to how necessary we thought it was. So,
I don't feel it's necessary at this point, you know.
okay.
I have something
more
for new
important
business
things to
that
do.
may cost some money.
I'm sorry.
I said I have something under new business that may cost some money.
Okay.
We can jump on it now or later.
Well, let's jump on it now. Are we on new business yet? But we can definitely talk about it. Yeah, we only had budget for old business, so new business, yes. Yeah, we are in new business, yes. Go.
I
Sure.
want to do a drive-in movie night in town, and we have the projector, but we would need like an FM transmitter type thing so people can hear it on the radio in their cars. I just don't know what it's going to cost. Dean Whitwer was going to look into it for me.
Belinda, I love that idea. My daughters have been asking to do that.
The only downfall is our screen isn't going to be big enough because we're going to have to hang it from maybe like the backstop or something. So we need like a big white cart so it's up above the cars. So that would be.
I actually looked at some transmitters and they were like $180, $200. And they were ones that transmitted like quite a ways. So you could have like a field full of cars and everybody could get the signal in.
Sorry, who's got Disney going on right now?
Not
Is it me?
I hear some
Probably.
serious
It's
Disney.
me. It's brutal. I can't get my kids to stop doing stuff in the other room. Sorry.
All right,
And my husband's asleep. Shocker. Here we go.
How large is the screen that we would use?
I have one that was donated by Dean Whitwer in my garage. It's pretty big. I don't know the actual dimensions of it, but it was something that they used over at the casino that he was
Okay.
gonna just get rid of. And he donated it to us because we were using a big tarp at the time.
Is
Yeah,
it a screen or a blow up thing?
No, it's an actual screen. Doesn't blow up.
I'm gonna message him now and see if he remembers what size it is.
Yeah, I don't have like a book or anything on it. It's all packaged up.
okay.
So,
I only ask because there is a company that I work with that provides the whole package, the screen, the projector, the speakers, everything. And they have a drive-through package, and it's a fairly large screen. But it's also like $3,000 for the night.
Oh my
So
Lord.
I don't think it would be feasible for us to do that option, seeing as we're in a freeze right now. If we could manage to kind of gather all of the equipment ourselves without having to purchase anything.
We have a projector.
yeah, we
Okay.
have the projector, we have the screen, we have speakers and everything, but we figured with this whole COVID thing, if we did a drive up where people didn't have to get out of the cars,
Mhm.
they could all
Yeah.
be separate, then
Yeah.
we would just need the transmitter and the FM transmitter, and then we'd be good to go.
He said he believes it's a 9x12.
Okay.
I don't know if that would be big enough.
I don't know if it would be. Give me like 2 minutes to try and
I mean,
find.
that's still pretty big, you know?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've never done like a drive-in theater, so yeah, I don't know.
My kids thought it was a great idea.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
listening,
Mine
It-
too.
I was listening to NPR today, and the movie industry is now trying to bring back drive-in.
Yeah.
theaters.
Yeah.
Dean said that if he may be able to get a 12x16, maybe.
Okay.
So
I
does,
think that would be more, probably better.
does the
Yeah.
projector work to that dimension? I mean, will it show a movie that clearly on that screen? Should we?
We'll have to do like a practice thing first.
Yeah, like a dry run. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I think that's a fantastic idea. The parking lot behind the existing town garage right now might actually be a good spot for it.
Mhm.
I'm looking at parking area and backdrop with no artificial light and kind of such.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we do a dry run with it. And we'll see. Probably something
I'm
you
in.
can mount in the back of a truck and just kind of build something kind of half-assed, if you will. You know.
It's just got to be hung up higher than the vehicles. That's all.
Yeah. Right.
I thought about, because I was going to hang it from the side of my tractor trailer truck, but it's not going to be high enough.
Why don't we use the side of your tractor trailer truck? That's pretty big.
I thought about it, but it won't be big enough. I think the car level will be level with the cars.
Okay.
High enough.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
if you have a decline where the cars park, it would be perfect, right? A descent, you know.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
Is it a white tractor or a white trailer?
It's silver.
It's silver. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what Dean says. If he can get us a bigger one, let's give it a shot.
We did movie night in our yard one time and we hung a tarp off the side of it.
Next thing, we should pick a movie. I think Goonies is a good one.
Yes.
Why would Goonies be a good one?
That's
That's
just a
not
good
what my
movie.
family was just watching, by the
That's a
way.
great movie. I heard the music, Kristen.
Sorry, I can't
Sorry.
help it.
Every so often there's like a cutout. Anyway, if you put it up on that wall, I mean, you could have people in Constitution Field. I don't know how
Yeah.
often you want to put cars on the field, but that would make it up high. And then the cars would all be lower.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
I don't know.
Let's look into it. Let's see how big the screen's gonna be that Dean can come up with. And the projector will work at whatever distance and clarity, correct? Am I correct in assuming that?
We haven't had any problem with it when we used it the last few times. We did a couple movie nights with it before.
Mm-hmm.
And the clarity seemed really pretty good, and we were using it with a tarp. So
I'm sorry, where did you use it?
we used it over by the gazebo. We did like a couple like music nights where we had like a band, and then we had the movie after.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, let's give it a try. We can look into it.
So is there any added cost because we don't have money to spend,
FM
correct?
Yeah, the FM transmitter would be the only thing that we would need, which is
Okay.
probably
Couple
I'm
hundred?
guessing like a couple $100.
Okay.
Because I was looking on like Amazon, and it's amazing. My brother lives in Florida, and all the churches out there are doing like drive-in churches,
Yeah.
and they're all using the FM transmitters. And you go on Amazon, and I was just like, oh my gosh, they're all like sold out. So I started
Okay.
poking around, looking at other companies, and just looking at ones that were for a large area. I didn't want something that was just going to go 50 feet, because what's that going to do us?
Mhm.
And they were around like the $200. So
I'm pretty sure we could probably get some donations for that.
I'll
And
I
donate.
can-
I mean,
Donate.
Tammy,
Yeah, me too.
could you look into how available they are and like how much they do cost, for a pretty good one?
yeah.
I'd be willing to donate. Absolutely.
Well, even if you said like, hey, $5 per car, or like, had
Yeah.
people donate towards, I mean, you could do that. And that might keep the numbers to a semi, it's still reasonable. You're talking about a movie, and you can pack your car.
Well,
$5.
let's look into the cost of them. We'll see
Okay.
how it's feasible to install the screen. We'll purchase it, and then depending on the purchase price, I mean, obviously we don't want it to exceed more than $250, $300. I mean, between the commission here, I think we could probably all cover it. I'm just
Mhm.
again going on a limb. And then we'll just say, hey, donation, free movie night, just donation.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Yeah.
want. $2, $1, $5, who cares?
Sounds
And
good.
it's something that we can do over and over again.
Mhm.
If it
Yeah,
works
right.
good,
Right.
like we
Right.
can do it every couple of weeks if you wanted to, and pick a different movie. Maybe do a classic movie one week, and do a kids movie, and do a, like,
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it's a great idea. Great idea. So what we need specifically is the transmitter, correct? We potentially have the screen, we have the projector. We have power out there. We can run power. We just need the transmitter, correct?
yeah.
think
Oh,
so.
let's see.
And
Is there power over on the other side of the field?
Which side? The
There's
Uh,
power from
elementary
where
school?
the porta
over
potty.
to the school, you can get power up at the top and you run an extension cord down into the field. And I think
Okay.
there's power over near the porta potty.
There's power near the porta potty for sure.
Yep,
And there's power at the gazebo.
yep.
Why we did it over there last time.
Okay, so we have that opportunity now. I guess we just look into the FM transmitter, and maybe next meeting we pick a date if we have that information.
Sounds good.
Check on like shipping, how long it would take too.
Okay.
And
I know
then
s-
if you have to like do it immediately kind of thing, and
Yep.
it can send us a text and we can all say, yes, do it. We'll split it, or I don't know what everybody's feeling about that, but
I don't even have a problem floating it and then just, if we get donations.
Well,
I don't-
there's six of us here now.
yeah,
I mean, if,
I'm-
if we say like a not to exceed $350,
right.
is everybody comfortable with that?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Tracy, I counted you as one of the six. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
My apologies.
All right.
Well, the one that I have up on my screen that I looked at the last was like $179. I don't know how much it would be to ship it and everything, but I can't imagine it being that much.
Okay. We want to
And
see,
that one, I want to say it went something like it was like transmitted like 3K
I don't-
kilometers, which is a lot.
that's a lot. So it would reach out to like the size of Constitution Field if say we got
Oh, easy.
50 cars there. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And just to confirm, so there is power, because it sounds like our best bet is over by the backstop is where we would have the screen. Is that correct?
Sounds it to me. Yes.
Okay.
Does Sunny have a light in the back?
Yeah, we can talk to him about
Mhm.
shutting that down. you
Yeah,
know?
he
I'm
does.
sure.
He may even let us run power over there.
Yeah,
if we
he
have
may
to.
even let us run power
Yeah.
from the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as long as if there isn't enough power over by the backstop, we would have to look into renting a generator.
We wouldn't have to rent one. I've
Okay.
got
I have one.
generators.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I do too. Didn't even think of that. So, okay.
Don't worry about renting it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no big deal.
I think everyone has a generator.
Yeah.
Especially in this town, right?
Yeah.
I was in work mode. I was like, oh, we gotta rent it. Yeah.
Doesn't the
All
school
right.
have a screen on the stage?
I'm sorry.
Doesn't the school have
Yeah.
a screen on the stage?
They do. Yes, and
I
they have
wonder-
a
I wonder if
projector
you
too.
can- I wonder if you can take it off the stage, because it's probably just hung up there in the up hanging from the ceiling.
I think it's really big. If I can remember correctly, I think it's about 20 feet.
Yeah, it
wide.
is.
It's
I
And
pretty
that's
think
what
big.
we
it's
do.
big.
That's what we used to do movie night on at the school.
Well, let's see what Dean can come up with first. I mean,
Well, he messaged me and he said that he's only gonna be able to get something, if he can get it, is when he can get in his office at the casino.
Oh,
Which we
is
don't
he
know when
home?
that
He's
is.
not working.
Nope.
No.
I mean, we can try if anybody has a good sized white tarp.
I
could
love
we
living-
just contact
like-
Amy?
Yeah, we can call Amy too.
Yeah, I know I bet screen's probably just hooked up there somehow.
Do we still have the ice skating rink liner?
Ah, good
Ah.
idea.
Okay.
Hey, it'll
Yeah.
get some use this year then, right?
Courtney, quiet storm. I love it. It's a great idea, actually. That's white, right?
Yeah.
We can cut it to size.
Yeah.
We can try that and do a trial run with it to see how the glare is and stuff on it.
Awesome. Love it. Great idea. Okay. Should we set a date 6 feet apart with masks to set up the tarp from the ice skating rink that we didn't use this year? And try it out? No?
Sure.
Do you want to do it on like
Yeah.
a Saturday?
Yeah, sure. What's coming up here? Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar.
I'm very busy. I don't know
Me
about you
too.
guys, but
What's the magic date? May 20th or something?
yes.
When- Okay.
Yep. So we could do May
So-
23rd.
Well, yeah, exactly. I was
Actually,
gonna
that's
say,
Memorial Day weekend. Not sure if
oh,
people are
sure.
going to be camping or
There's
anything,
not gonna
but
be.
Sure.
anything
You're not going to be
going on.
camping unless you own a campsite.
May 23rd would be fine.
May
Yeah,
23rd?
And
Okay,
then if
my next
if-
question is, does anyone know where that tarp is?
Huh.
Courtney, your dad, does he know?
John Gillo
I
delivered
don't know.
it,
Is it in the trailer? You guys
It
still have
might
that
be.
trailer?
because he delivered it. Julie would know where it is.
Julie
Yeah.
Julie would know, yeah.
Yeah.
3rd. So,
Are we setting it up just to like check out how big it is, or would we also
I'd say
check out
set
the
it up and have
lighting
a
and all
movie.
that stuff?
I think
Set
we
it up
should-
and like see if it works.
yeah,
everything,
we're
right?
gonna need to like put some fairing strips around the edges and stuff. We can't just like hang a tarp with
Yeah.
bungee cords. You know, we're gonna have to like put a little thought into it.
Are we
Okay,
just
so
trying to see if the movie projects properly, or are we also trying to see if this FM, the system works? Because we have to order that then. And make sure we can get it in 2 weeks.
No, we're not. We wouldn't do the movie night that night. We'd have to do a setup night.
No, I mean, a trial run. With
I
just a
think we
small
should do
group.
a trial run.
We gotta do a trial run because you don't want
Right.
everybody to show up there and then the movie not look good.
yeah,
All right, Tam,
Right.
Tam, let's see, Tammy. Let's see how quickly we can get that
Okay,
transmitter, and
Yep,
then
I'll look
we'll
into
pick
it.
it. Then we'll pick a date. We'll all like we'll just email back and forth and pick a date.
okay.
Does that sound
okay.
good?
Yep.
Sure.
Recreation Commission free movie night, right?
Yes.
Next thing we need to talk about is picking a movie. I think Goonies is a good one. It's a classic.
I really like it.
It's a classic.
Goonies is a good one.
All right.
I
Goonies
think,
is-
Caitlin, do we have Goonies? Do we have Goonies? Yeah.
Kristen has it.
I don't. I have it on Apple TV.
Are
Sorry.
you sure we have it?
Actually, I might have it.
I think I might have it too.
Do
I
you
don't
need
know.
a
we can find
DVD, Belinda?
I think it's a DVD. I have a DVD player that
But-
we have.
The
Okay.
thing too is to show the movies public, I think you have to have some kind of license or something.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
The
Oh.
school has it, so maybe they'll let us use it.
There's got to be
Yeah,
some
it's-
kind of exception to the
so-
rule.
So
Especially now.
So-
So
Just know that they sue
I-
people like crazy. That's all I know.
I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news
I'm
because I think it's
sorry.
the biggest scam ever. It really
it is the biggest
um,
scam.
Yeah,
It is, but yeah, it can be, I don't know if we'd be able to use the school license because it has to do with location. And it also depends on, what kind of showing it is.
Well,
So if we're paying for people, or if people are paying like
They can't pay to
admission,
go with it. They can't pay to go into it.
Um,
You can
correct,
do
so
donation, But you can't charge, you can't quote unquote charge for people to go in there.
well,
yeah,
Tam-
so
and then
even
it
if they
also,
offered a donation, we couldn't, right?
They can do it, they can give you a donation, but you can't
Okay.
charge them to go in there.
now,
Yeah.
Tammy, you said you've shown movies before. What did you do at that point?
We actually did get the license for those. They were kind of expensive and they
Yeah.
really didn't monitor them, honestly.
no,
Like,
they
what's
don't monitor
expensive?
them at all.
I
The-
think we could get away with it if we don't publicize the movie and we say we're having a family movie night, come see, and you could do word of mouth publicizing, but not anything on like online that's going to say, oh, this movie, because then you run the risk of them finding out what movie it is, and then they have the opportunity to say, oh, well, you showed this movie, and kind of
Wait, Tracy, who
ding
polices
you.
who polices this kind of thing?
I think the movie companies just do.
I think it's really only if you get reported,
Yeah.
but then if you get reported, then it's a big lawsuit
Mm-hmm.
or a big fine, so. Like a couple $1,000s, if not more.
How does that differ from your living room? It's a public place.
Yeah, because you're like competing with movie theaters, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
The movie theaters aren't open.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Use a little help right
I
about
don't
now.
know. Maybe they're free now. I don't know. Maybe they have a special COVID-19 sale. I don't
Maybe
know.
they
Well,
do.
that's what I was saying. I was listening to NPR today that they are offering to health workers when this thing kind of pans out that they get their own free movie night per family if they respond appropriately.
And many movie theaters are streaming their brand new
Yeah.
movies even
That's right.
Mhm.
Well, through their license though, Chris.
through theirs. Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they're doing it without cost to
Well, I'll tell you what.
If I remember correctly, when I was in the school, I think it was like $300 for a year.
You're right.
for
It's about
license.
$300, or it depends on how much per movie, depending on the movie.
yeah.
I looked into it.
Well, Tracy, I vaguely remember you going to the State House about a year and a half ago, and some of those people didn't even know where Voluntown was. So this way we show the movie, make our town people happy. That's what I say.
Well,
Oh.
how about this? Tracy, do you know how long this freeze will be in effect?
It's to the end of the year. But
Okay,
these are
so,
things that there's, if you come up with a plan and you come up with an amount and the selectmen can decide. But this is something that's gonna be for like the sanity of the residents. There's gonna be
Yeah,
absolutely nothing to do this summer.
yeah. Well,
And
my thought is if our first movie isn't until, or isn't, yeah, it isn't until after July 1st,
right,
we can just, use our new budget,
right.
and get the license, because I think you can get it pretty quick.
Yeah, if you can figure out how much the license is gonna be, how much the equipment is that you're gonna need.
We could probably, you'll probably end up making it back with people making donations. I can
Donations.
imagine
Yeah.
people will donate
Yeah.
$5 for their kids to come and watch.
Right.
the movie.
Are we
If-
trying to shoot for after July 1st or
I
I
think
think
we
we
should
should try
shoot for
and shoot
trying it out
before then.
beforehand.
trying it out before, but
I think we should try it out if we can by the end of May and maybe do one in June.
yeah.
Do it
I was
as soon
thinking
as
that too,
possible.
yeah, right.
Yep, I agree.
If we don't say it's through the rec commission and it's just a personal like showing, say I said, hey, all my friends come down and hang out with me, and then it's not through the rec commission, it's considered your own showing.
And technically,
Yeah.
we're putting the money into it, so.
Yeah, I would
Right.
just get an estimate of how much it's gonna cost for the license and whatever equipment you need, and just hand it in for a selectmen's meeting, and we'll see what we can do.
I think
So-
you're gonna find that the license is pretty expensive, because when we looked at it the last time, it was quite costly, and it wasn't anything like a $300 blanket for the whole year.
That's what it was.
No,
when we were
it's-
at PTO.
It's usually a couple hundred per movie.
Movie.
So my thought is, instead of trying to do it like, word of mouth and everything, where we might strike out and not get as many people as we want.
Oh, we'll get a
Um,
lot of people, even with word of mouth.
I
You'd be
agree, but
surprised.
to not be able to publish it on Facebook and, like, if we want to make it a real community event, we should,
Mhm.
really promote it. So I guess I think we should do one of two options. Either one, just wait until after July 1st to show our first movie, which wouldn't be all that uncommon. I know like our proposed summer movie and concert series in Coventry doesn't start until after July 1st. I know it's a bit different now with the circumstances, but and then the other option, so Tracy, you were saying we could essentially submit our expenses to the selectmen board.
To propose for approval
Yes,
Right.
before it's spent. And
Okay.
so you can do that, and you also have the money in your separate fund that doesn't cover the
Oh.
freeze.
Oh,
yes.
Because that's money that you have in there separate from the taxpayer money. So that you can still use. That's not frozen.
Okay,
anyone know how much is in that?
Hold on. I
Danny
got it.
does.
I still think we should start earlier though, Mark,
Yeah, I agree.
given the circumstances.
Yeah.
that's fine.
And because July 1st isn't really gonna matter this year, given
True,
that the
yeah.
freeze is until the end of the year.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as we can just come up with the money. But
Right.
I do think
We should get the license.
Yeah, if we're gonna make it public and make it a real community event.
And for
let's
insurance
just-
reasons too. If we
Yeah,
get
let's
sued.
just get the license, and then that way everyone can show up in town all happy, and we don't have to worry about anything.
Okay.
Okay, so we have $15,859 in that account.
Okay.
And you know, it's funny when I looked at the movie things last time, and maybe they'll be different because of the whole COVID thing, but there were some movies that I wanted to show, and I was like, well, how much is it for that one? And they're like $500, and then others were like $300. And
Yeah.
it was like, and
That's
then
not
this,
how it was when we did it with the school. It was one set fee and there was a huge list of movies.
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you saying that though, Belinda, the last time, but when I looked into it, there was nobody that was offering.
Oh, where'd she go?
No, you broke up.
She's still talking.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy, we can't hear
We can't
you.
hear you.
You can't hear us.
Mm-mm.
Can you hear
Tammy.
me?
We couldn't
Can't
hear you.
Oh, sorry. So whatever company you want, like the movie is through, is the company you have to go to, and each of them are different.
Holy cow.
So
That's
maybe
annoying.
just maybe pick 4, 3, 4, a certain
Yeah.
number of movies and figure out how much it is a movie and start there.
Try to
I
stick with one
can-
company.
I can look into movie licensing. There's a company called Swank Motion Picture that I've worked with a lot. The frustrating thing is, and I think someone kind of touched upon this already. Basically, these companies, there's only 2 or 3 of these licensing companies, and each of them carry a different production company. So this company that I work with, Swank, is the one that carries Disney and Pixar and all of that stuff. There's another company that carries only like Fox production. So you have to go to whichever company carries the film. Like I said at the beginning of this, I think it's the biggest scam in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's a couple $100 per movie. But I can reach out to Swank and see how much it would cost.
And don't they usually ship out the movie or the DVD themselves and then we?
Yeah,
send it-
that's an option. Yeah, so you can either get the
I
movie
think it
yourself,
costs more.
or they'll. I don't know if it costs too much more for
I
them
thought
to
it
move
was
it.
more when I looked into it, because I said, oh no, I can just go get them for $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I own a lot of them, so double check first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that we can consider when we get to that. But I'll reach out to them, because I also think it depends on what type of like organization you are. So like if you're a school, they might have different pricing for a school because that's nonprofit versus a Parks and Rec, which is still a nonprofit, but I think they structure their pricing differently. So
It'd be nice if they had some COVID pricing.
it
might.
would be.
Maybe that will be the case. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
They might.
Yeah. So I'll reach out to them.
Maybe more
it's
because
pretty
all
easy.
movie theaters are closed.
I hope they're not trying to cash in.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. If we could look into that, that'd be awesome, Mark. That'd get the ball rolling. Maybe we could exercise email and just kind of keep everybody in the loop.
Yeah.
So we don't have to have special meetings or anything like that. And I don't want to say inconvenience everyone, but it would maybe move a little bit quicker. We could expedite it a little bit better,
Yep.
Cool. Does anybody have anything else on that?
Nope.
No? Okay, great. So we'll wait to hear from you, Mark, and I suppose we'll try and go with the with Courtney's idea of the tarp.
Ice rink.
Ice
Yeah.
rink. Yeah. Right. That's a good utilization for that. So everybody got the email for the maintenance of the sidewalk. This is back to new business. I give everybody a chance to look through it. I didn't read it all through yet. I tried to as we were kind of going, but we'll give a little bit more time since we're on a freeze I don't believe we'll be spending a lot of money on sidewalk or landscaping stuff. Tracy, I know you said it was kind of an important topic. Is that something we should be looking at more or no?
I'll talk to Julie and I'll talk to the Public Works guys and see.
They've been very, very helpful, by the way. It's
Mhm.
kind of great to, rekindle a relationship. They can be a great benefit to us as well as to them.
So I think putting down something to cover where the weeds grow is probably necessary because it's not able to be maintained.
Okay.
So I don't
So-
think that costs a lot.
What does that mean though? I mean, do we have to go through
I'll talk to Julie, because I think we can do it in a way that isn't taking away a lot of the money, I guess what I'm trying to say. The things that you're talking about are small amounts, so it's not,
I'd be happy to donate wood chips. I've been taking trees down for the last.
Hey, wait a sec. I need those wood chips.
You're gonna
Don't-
go. There's plenty to go around, Kristen. Plenty.
I'll see how much what the cost is and the cheapest way to keep those weeds from coming up, and I think that would be something we can do, so,
Any information the town gives us, Jeff's been great.
yeah,
It would be
Is that the one that's the email that's talking about the turf care,
yeah.
right? Okay.
helpful. Okay, fantastic. Correspondence, do we have any? I don't know if anybody's been to the town hall.
I don't think they let us in, do they?
Overflowing.
You can go in, just wear a
There you go.
mask.
Yeah.
Okay, general discussion. Anybody have anything else? No?
Mm-mm.
Courtney, the quiet storm, you have anything?
Nope,
No?
got nothing.
Yeah, you had the greatest idea of the night so far. Now you have nothing?
Used all my good ideas up.
Cool. All right. All right. So guess that's it, I suppose. Tracy, anything?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I got everything. If you have any questions about anything.
Okay, cool.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your time and efforts, and be safe, okay?
I have to say this meeting was far better than the last one.
Yes.
Oh, I agree.
Learning curve, Kristen, learning curve.
I know. I'm just saying.